Welcome to Game On, the show that's so retro, it's coin operated.
Coming up, we run around with sheets on our heads with Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
Johnny makes a fool of himself in front of an England rugby player.
So it's 4 deaths and 0 kills.
And with Nat on holiday, Shelley steps in to fill his shoes and help review the Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition.
You saying I've got big feet?
Yes.
First though,
it's bold.
it's new.
It's partially not new.
The stimulus package is the first piece of downloadable content to be released for Modern Warfare 2 since its launch in November. It became available this week on Xbox Live with a 30-day exclusive on PS3 and PC owners. That's right, Sony owners, you can probably get stimulated on the 29th of April.
The pack features 3 brand new maps and 2 ported maps from the first Modern Warfare title. It's available for a surprising 1,200 Microsoft points, leaving a lot of people asking if it's really worth it.
The answer lies in how much you care about Modern Warfare 2 and how much money you have to burn. The stimulus pack is fun, it's expansive, and it's also record-breakingly expensive.
That supersized price tag is proving a very bitter bullet to bite. Previous publishers have given us similar stuff without the same kick to the wallet. Activision's pricing move is eerily reminiscent of the extra tenner mysteriously slapped onto the RRP at the game's initial launch. There's an outside chance it was just an expensive bit of DLC to make, but nonetheless many have been left feeling like Activision are pushing up their prices simply because they can.
It's funny really, since the names applied to the DLC absolutely scream,
"We are in a recession!"
when you call something a stimulus package and throw in maps called bailout, salvage and crash, charging inflated prices seems a little bit silly.
And talking of
Crash!
there were apparently some teething problems with the stimulus package launch across Xbox Live. Some were unable to load lobbies, see map thumbnails or create private matches. I myself had some difficulty joining a game. Happily though, these have mostly been ironed out, letting the carnage continue. So now it's up and running, what's the final verdict?
Some say price shouldn't factor into reviews, so if you take that view, the pack is certainly stimulating. Including 2 old maps rather than more new ones feels a bit cheeky, but the expanded list is refreshing nonetheless.
If you do count cost as one of your review criteria though, the stimulus package falls just short of being worth it. Great as it is to be running around some new terrain, 1,200 points, or around a tenner when it eventually hits the PS3, is frankly too much.
It may fall in price in a few months' time, we wouldn't count on it, but ultimately it's down to whether you're willing to cough up the cash or not. Game On gives the Modern Warfare 2 stimulus package 6 paychecks out of overpriced.
If there's a bunch of people who know a thing or two about Modern Warfare 2, it's rugby players.
You what?
No, seriously, we spoke to England rugby player Dylan Hartley earlier today. He said he loves playing Xbox when he's dossing and not training.
It's called recovery.
Sure it is, Dylan. Anyway, I caught up with him to test his skills on the stimulus package and ultimately ended up getting schooled. Obviously we're on Xbox Live with Modern Warfare 2 with the exclusive stimulus package. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great, mate. New maps. And the good thing about it, only Xbox has it.
How much do you sort of get on this kind of thing?
I try to get on daily. Knowing that I was coming here today, I got the package as soon as I could. But, you know, the maps, to learn the maps in a couple of days is pretty tough. So I'm still learning, but, picking a few things up.
Well, that's the thing, I mean, everyone just tries to memorise the maps as quickly as possible. Is it kind of throwing you back in at the deep end?
No, when I play even a map I know, I tend to just run around like a loose cannon trying to stab people and stuff like that. So I'm not one to, as they say, camp and hide out. I do rack up more deaths and kills, but I think it's more enjoyable that way. Better, you don't want to be sat crouching in a corner for the whole game. You're on here to run around and enjoy yourself.
Do you have like a preferred game mode at all, or?
I'd say team matches are better for me because as an individual I'm not as good. You play against these guys that are like level 60 and they just, you know, as soon as you spawn, you're dead. So when you're in a team, it's quite good. That's it.
We're doing alright here. We've taken...
Oh!
That was an awesome kill.
What do you call that? A melee attack.
No, yeah, I think.
It's melee.
Potato, potato.
Yeah. What's that? It's a tyre. See, I'm squinting there, I haven't got my glasses on.
What's your description? Do you want to borrow mine?
No, I can't really find anyone. It's quite a good map, this one, though. Do you want to go? You want to show me what you got? You've been giving it all the chat, mate. So, crack on. You got your glasses on, no excuses.
Okay, let's see. This is going to be embarrassing if it doesn't work. Oh, joking.
Sit and duck, mate. Got to crouch, run, move, keep moving.
For the master.
There's a tyre.
Do your skills translate much?
What, from rugby to...
Yeah, duck and weaving.
No, not really. I'm a bit gung-ho, I just seem to run out there and... Well, I suppose it's similar to my rugby. Full on.
You never get kind of too into it and try and sort of shoot people when you're out in the field or anything? You
Nah.
Between the two? I'm having the same problem as you, I can't find anyone.
I think it's because you're hiding in a basement, mate.
Ah. Being sold up the river here, it's not how I'm playing. And capture this third. Brilliant. Just about to secure a position.
So it's 4 deaths and 0 kills.
More or less. This is good. This is thoroughly embarrassing.
And you said you play this at home?
I do. Clearly not enough. That wasn't bad. Come back.
There you go.
Well, there we go. Anyway, I'm down and I think out, but I'll let you get back to it.
Cheers, mate.
Absolute pleasure to meet you.
Cool. Thank you.
I'd say don't give up your day job, but you probably should.
So it's 4 deaths and 0 kills.
Next up, what did the West Country Games developer say when he stroked a kitten?
I don't know.
Ubisoft. Because kittens are quiet. Games developer Ubisoft bought Hybrid Studios, responsible for films like 300, back in 2008 and quickly put it to use making the Assassin's Creed lineage films. 3 10-minute installments designed to give the backstory to Assassin's Creed 2.
From Renaissance Italy, they've now turned their attention to the not-too-distant future with Ghost Recon Future Soldier. The multiplayer beta is being made available with Splinter Cell Conviction, but for now, this is all we've got on the game. The CGI studio is being used to build the backstory to the coming Ubisoft game in which aggressive ultra-nationalists cause all sorts of trouble before getting shot.
The super slick live-action trailer gives some insight into presumed game mechanics, including mini shoulder-mounted rockets and the tantalising cloak ability, though it's not yet certain how those will actually factor into the game.
I guess you could say it remains to be seen.
Why's that?
Well, he's cloaked himself. He's yet to be seen.
Don't get it.
So, while the trailer does give us some hints about what will eventually be in the game, ultimately it's not so much a proper game trailer as a live-action advert. A half-hour film in the style of Assassin's Creed lineage is expected later this year. The kind of magic Ubisoft are pulling off with their movie studio is all very nice to look at, but do we really care about seeing this kind of thing over actual gameplay?
I'm excited about seeing gameplay, but I think this stuff is really worthwhile. It's putting more emphasis on the storytelling in Ubisoft games, which can only make other developers work harder on theirs to keep up. Not only does it make games more cinematic, it also pushes us closer to that mysterious state of convergence.
To be honest, when it's a full-length movie, then I'll care. Until then, I don't need a half-hour trailer, thank you very much.
But I think short-form film stuff suits game studios like Ubisoft. Most proper movie adaptations are rubbish.
Exactly, the current ones are rubbish. Ubisoft should be showing the rest how it's done rather than wasting their time on half-hour shorts. Either they do it or developers carry on selling their rights to movie companies who only care about making money. Brad Pitt might be handling a Dark Void movie for goodness sake.
Yeah, but it'll probably be better than the game.
I thought that boy was actually alright.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Decloaking! Johnny?
can't get out of mine.
Where are you?
No, look, just carry on, I'll be fine.
Future Soldier isn't out until later on this year. We'll be bringing you the first gameplay footage as soon as we hunt it down. Johnny! Look, just follow the sound of my voice. Johnny?
Hold on tight now, Game On is going 3D!
Whoa!
Do you reckon we're fooling anyone?
Not a soul.
Boom! Last year it stormed our consoles and captured our imaginations. Now it's been recognised as the best game of 2009, Batman Arkham Asylum is celebrating by re-releasing itself in 3D.
The Game of the Year edition is special in that it contains the 6 maps previously made available as DLC as standard. It also features an off-axis anaglyph 3-dimensional visual mode, which basically means it makes the character stand out a bit, but not much.
It's over, Joker.
If you played G-Force, you'll already be familiar with this kind of 3D. To the naked eye, it makes everything look a bit blurry, so now you can instantly simulate playing while drunk. With the glasses on though, the visuals take on a bolder, more clearly defined look. It's certainly novel, but don't expect the kind of pop-out visuals films like Avatar can offer you in the cinema.
As for the game itself, if the British Academy Awards weren't enough to convince you, Batman is excellent. It combines some brilliant stealth gameplay with all-out action sequences and the mandatory gadgets to build a unique and engaging experience. The storyline is one of the most crafted we've seen for a long time, so if you want a game guaranteed to draw you in, this is the one. But is the Game of the Year edition itself worth buying?
Well, if you own the original version and you aren't some avid collector, then absolutely not. You can buy the DLC to complete your existing game for much less money, and as novel as it is, the 3D mode simply doesn't change enough to make the new purchase worth it. The only way to make the upgrade worth it is to calculate how much you get for trading your existing copy in, then work out whether the difference between that money and the cost of the Game of the Year edition is more or less than the DLC you haven't got. Since that's already making my head hurt, you'd probably best leave it be.
You had to spoil everything, didn't you?
If you don't own the game yet though, this is certainly the one to buy. It's doubtful you'll want to play the entire game through in 3D, but it's a novel option to have, and it's nice of them to save you the hassle of buying the DLC.
We give Arkham Asylum's Game of the Year edition 9 bats out of K.
That's it from us this week. Johnny, do you want to go and get a drink? Maybe a bite to eat? See where the night takes us?
Seriously?
No, April Fools, you repulse me. More gaming gunslinging next week. To play the entire game through in 3D, and I just spat everywhere. It was amazing. I think I'm melting.
That's why I've got my guitar with me. Oh!